Today we're just going to do a couple demonstrations on the things that you can do with modeling paste. There's different brands of modeling paste. Liquitex makes one, this one, Deco Art makes one. And what you want to do is grab a stencil, and this is to make surface texture. So once you put a stencil down, and I'm going to put in this more dots over here, you find a stencil that you want and grab a palette knife, dig into, take some of that modeling paste out, make sure this is down, and rub right over it. Please make sure that you are not moving the stencil as you apply the modeling paste, and just kind of like you are putting butter on a sandwich almost. And there we go. I lift this up, and that creates a little bit of that surface texture from using the stencil. Stencils come in a variety of different shapes that you can use. We have the roses that we've used in the past. There's a whole bunch of different fleur-de-lis that we have used in the past. You can even make your own, like you can see, there's a lot of different shapes. You can even make your own stencil by ordering stencil paper, and it comes kind of in this acrylic, almost plastic, transparency-like. And you can cut out your own stencil. So stenciling with either spray painting it or using the modeling paste is fun. The other technique with modeling paste is just being able to build up a surface and create a texture. One of my other favorite textures to create is kind of like a wood texture. I put this out, and I'm going to cover this so it doesn't dry out. And then I'm going to add some colors of wood in here. I'm going to add just some brown, and I'm going to add a smidge of gray and a little bit of black. And I'm not going to mix them all together. I want it to be kind of marbled. So as I take this, and this is what's fun about creating this wood texture over here. So I swirl these colors in here, little bit, little bit, little bit. I grab it with the side and then scrape it across my surface. And then I can make these wood textures in here. You may build up the surface not only using stencils, but using, I dig it, but using just plain modeling paste and creating your own texture by actually even carving into the modeling paste if I wanted even more. I can remove some of that and create more texture of this wood grain and go back over it and fill it in, and wood grain kind of comes around like this. So you may make your own textures, and the cool thing is when this dries tomorrow, I can go back and fill in all those areas with paint, and it'll stay inside those grooves that I made to add more texture. And this does dry firm, and you can sand it, and you can paint on top of it. Let's see what, oh, well, I have a final one that I did a image transfer over, and we'll look at that when we remove the image transfer. But for now, this is how, a couple different ways to use modeling paste.